Alright guys, so here we are in the next section. It says Ty gets paid $65 for 5 hours of work, and Maki gets paid $36 for 3 hours of work. So we're going to use Ty's pay rate to complete our table. So they've already filled in for us that he gets $65 for 5 hours of work. Well, I want to find out the unit rate, how much he gets for 1 hour of work. And so you know with unit rates, what we're going to do is we're going to take our hourly rate, or our number of hours worked, and divide it into the amount of money we made so that we have a unit rate here. So we're going to take 65 and divide it by 5 to find out that we make $13 in 1 hour. So if we make $13 in 1 hour, then how many hours would it take to make $26? Well, I'll take this. I see that 13 times 2 would give me 26, or another way to say that is 26 divided by 13 is 2. So I know that I have to work 2 hours to make $26. Then if I worked 4 hours, well, if I'm making $13 every hour that I work, I can multiply the amount of money that I get times the number of hours that I worked to get my answer here. So I'll take 13 and multiply it by 4 and get 52. So I would make $52 if I worked 4 hours. Let's go ahead and put our dollar signs on there. They've already filled in for us, and we got from the problem that if we work 5 hours, we get $65. So how many hours would we have to work to make $110.50? Well, again, I'm going to take the amount of money that I make in 1 hour and divide it into this amount of money to find out how many hours it took me to make that money. So 110.50 divided by my $13 that I get every hour tells me I'd have to work 8.5 hours to make this much money at $13 every hour. Alright, same thing. I've got $130. How many hours would I have to work if I were getting paid $13 an hour to make 130? So I'm going to take 130 and divide it by 13 to find out that it would take me 10 hours to make that much money. Now I'm going to fill out my double number line for Maki. So Maki's pay rate is $36 for 3 hours. So they've got our $36 in 3 hours. So the first thing I like to do is change that to my unit rate. If he gets $36 in 3 hours, I would take 36 and divide it by 3 to find out that I'll get $12 an hour. Well, $12 an hour. If I was making $24, I would divide that by the 12 to see how many hours I have to work to get $24. On the top is the money made, bottom is the hours worked. So $24 divided by $12 per hour gives me 2 hours that I would have to work to make $24. Alright, over here now, I'm working 5 hours. I get $12 for every hour that I work. So I'm going to multiply 5 times 12 to find out that for 5 hours of work, Maki would make $60. Same thing if I work 6 hours, I'm going to multiply the 6 times the number of hours that I worked and find out that if I worked 6 hours, 6 times 12 is 72. Now we have to go the other way. I know that I get $96 over here, or Maki does. How many hours does Maki have to work for $96? We'll take the 96 and divide it by 12 to find out that it's 8 hours, I believe. Let's double check my math there. Yep, it should be 8 hours. Alrighty. So how many hours would Ty have to work to earn $195? So this is Ty over here. Remember what we did if we had the amount of money, we divided by how much he made per hour. So we'll take our $195 divided by the $13 that he gets every hour to find out how many hours he has to work to make that much money. So 195 divided by 13 is 15 hours of work. We'll get $195. How many hours would Maki have to work to earn $192? Well, Maki gets $12 every hour. So if we take $192 and we divide it by the $12 per hour that Maki gets, we'll find out how many hours it would take to make that $192, and that would take 16 hours. And our last question here is, who has the higher rate of pay? Well, Ty gets $13 in every hour, and Maki gets $12 in every hour. So Ty has the higher rate, and we know that because Ty gets $13 per hour in 1 hour, and Maki only gets $12 in 1 hour. All right, so try the next one and then check in with the next video to see how you did on that. I think these are probably the hardest problems we have, but you can figure them out. It's either multiplying or dividing to find your missing numbers.